Alright, if you can guess the song I am vibing to right now, I am gonna give you 1,000 naira for airtime. Yeah, but I know you can't guess it. Okay, so it feels like ages ago when we welcomed you to July, and we are still in July. Don't worry, I'm not mad about it. I mean, like it could be July forever, then December will come after a while. Anyway, welcome to another edition of The Buzz on Click Niger, your plug for the hottest entertainment trends of the week. The week always has a good mix, of everything juicy, trendy, and shocking. Yeah, but one usually stands out. Which do you think stood out this week? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, don't get it all entangled in your mind, alright? We will take it one by one. See what I did there? Anyway, starting us off, is the Entanglement saga continued? It definitely has reached saga status. August Alsina has spoken up saying he regrets nothing. Following Jada Pinkett Smith's revelation that she had an entanglement with her son's friend, the internet went wild. A week ago, the Smiths, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, revealed on Jada's Red Table Talk that Jada, had an affair, of course, 4.5 years ago with August Alsina, who was 22 years at the time. In the video, she spoke about a lot of things, relating to the entanglement. But then the video had 20 million views in less than 48 hours. Now, Will didn't show any obvious, emotion, but I trust people now, they zoomed in. And of course, people, obviously just agreed that he tried really hard, but poorly to not show his hurt. What would you do if you were Will? Like, what would you even tell the dude right now? We'll get back to what someone told him at some point of this program. In an interview with Vulture, anyway, the entertainment site of New York Magazine, August Alsina said he has no regrets about saying what he did when he did. He said, "Nobody preyed on me or was a predator towards me. I don't feel any reason to have regrets. Every relationship, every experience is a blessing. You learn from it, whether good or bad. I could never say that I regret being given the gift of experience and love. It's a lesson." Oh, so he was loved. What does that mean right now for Will and Jada? Like, I'm wondering. Anyway, 50 Cent, in typical 50 Cent fashion, had something to say about Will's reaction to the entanglement. I mean, I cannot use that word like too much. He posted a screenshot of an alleged chat with Will Smith. In it, he asked Will, Yo, Will, you all right over there? And Will replies, "Yes, I'm good. I appreciate your concern, my brother." Then 50 Cent, of course, goes on to say, why she tell you that why she tell you that thing on, like, live like that for everybody to hear? And Will goes, "Well, we broke up, so, like, that's all." But then 50 Cent had some more things to say that were very unsavory, and Will went on to use the F word. So people reacted to what was posted, and IG users at KKY_fever_ said, "You're a 45-year-old man that wants to be involved in every situation and have an opinion in everyone's business but your kids. Seek help." At Calvin.mkn tweeted, "Every black person should unfollow this man." That is referring to 50 Cent. Anyway, no comment on that. LMFAO. I'm just shaking my head for 50 Cent. That's the most I can do. Anyway, to something more exciting. Rema performed his 2019 hit single Iron Man on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Whoop whoop! So if you haven't heard of Jimmy Kimmel, he's the host of the self-titled late night talk show in the US. It is quite the big deal. This feat has added Rema to the short but growing list of Nigerians to grace that stage. In 2019, Burna Boy made history, also by this time last year, in July, when he performed Anybody and other hits on the late night show. Now that is the song I was vibing to in my head. I'm sure you didn't get it. Anyway, the host Jimmy Kimmel first tweeted the official announcement with the caption, "At Apple Music's Up Next artist at His Rema tonight on Kimmel," and it got a lot of retweets, a lot of replies, a lot of likes. Another thing to be proud of though, Rema was recently named Apple's Up Next artist. Yippee! We like it, right? It is nice. Who do you think will be next? That is next on Jimmy Kimmel Live. I have a few guesses, but I'm not going to say it I'm just gonna tell you I told you so when the time comes. But let me know in the comment section who you think is gonna make it to Jimmy Kimmel Live next. Interesting fact, did you know Rema was one of the only Nigerians who made Barack and Michelle Obama's summer playlist of 2019? Right there with Beyonce's Mood Forever and Lil Nas X Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus. Now that is enough reason to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Alright, this is still the buzz on Click Niger's internet radio. I'm your host, Mark Chit, aka the Purple Diva, your plug for the hottest and juiciest trends of the week. Moving on, another recording artist makes the news, this time from the great beyond. US rapper Juice WRLD has topped the UK albums charts 7 months after his death at the age of 21. Real name Jared A. Higgins, Juice WRLD racked up 22,500 chart sales of his last album, Legends Never Die, this week, 97% of which came from streams. The Chicago-born musician usually raps about drug abuse, but died of an accidental overdose last December. Painkillers he had taken contained opioids and had been linked to an opioid crisis in the US. The album Legends Never Die was drawn from the more than 2,000 songs he had reportedly recorded before his death, and features guest appearances from stars like Halsey, Polo G, and Triple Reed. It beat the likes of Louis Capaldi and Lady Gaga to move up the UK charts, becoming the first posthumous #1 since a release of George Michael's Listen Without Prejudice in October 2017. P.S. George Michael also passed in 2016. I mean, go figure. Speaking of passing away, social media users and news outlets couldn't stop talking about these losses. The demise of Tolulope Arotile, Nigeria's first female helicopter pilot who was knocked down by a vehicle inside the Air Force Base in Kaduna. And the passing too of 33-year-old Fahim Saleh, techpreneur and founder of Gokada in Nigeria, who was found dismembered in his New York apartment. Now, a tweet by Femi Fani Kayode earlier today questions the story about Ms. Arotile's alleged accident. As Real FFK wrote, the death of the highly celebrated 23-year-old helicopter pilot Tolu Arotile is sad and tragic. She was courageous and formidable in battle, doing much harm to BH, that is Boko Haram. The idea that she was killed by being knocked down on the Air Force Base by her best friend's car is nonsensical. His words. He went on to call on the Chief of Air Staff to investigate the matter thoroughly. His words again. While this is still on the way, Fahim Saleh's executive assistant, 21-year-old Tyrese Haspil, has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder in the case of Fahim Saleh's demise. According to police, the suspect is alleged to have owed Saleh tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, according to the police. May the souls of these two and all those we've lost rest in perfect peace. Amen. Now, just in, Davido has signed a new artist to the DMW label. He has just signed May D to his record label, and the crowd goes wild. Woo! Alright, so May D made the announcement on Twitter, posting the DMW logo and another 30 billion gang graphic, which he captioned, "My new family, I'm so excited. Problem, hashtag DNW, hashtag 30 billion gang, hashtag confirmment." A Twitter user at Danny_Walter wrote, Davido asked Cynthia Morgan to call, but she no get airtime. Made it borrow airtime from MTN. Call Davido. Now he's in 30 billion gang. Alright, and we say kudos to you, Mady. I mean, a lot of people had mixed feelings about Mady as an artist, but then they can all agree that this is definitely a right step in the right direction for the artist. Alright, now, for our final installment of things, for our final installment of things for the trends this week. All right, the Oni of Ife is trending. Yeah, you can still check it out on Twitter. He's still trending. He got featured in one of Mr. Macaroni's comedy skits. In this one, Mr. Macaroni was bragging to a girl, that he can do very hard work, implying, some innuendos in the process. And so she blindfolds him and leads him somewhere. He opens his eyes and she's about to kneel. And he tells her, no, I said they don't kneel anymore now, not knowing that he was in front of the Oni of Ife. And so people just caution him, and he turns and he said, Kabiesi, and he prostrates immediately. And so at this point, the Oni of Ife is telling him, you know that, oh, I thought you said people don't prostrate anymore, you know, after bragging and all that. Yeah. And that is when the Oni tells him that he should spread it to the young ones of the generation, that yes, when you see your elders, you prostrate and greet them. You know, it's a Yoruba tradition. It's popular in so many other places, you know, that when you see your elders, you kneel down and greet them. So that was the message of this skit. And after the message from the Oni, he was taken to go and show off his strength, you know, after forming that he has strength now. But then I will not tell you what he actually did. You have to find out for yourself. And that's where we wrap up today on The Buzz this Saturday. Catch the show every Saturday, exclusive to Click Niger Radio. Like us on Facebook and follow us on other platforms. We are Click Niger, ClickNaija. Thank you to Hawa for helping out with today's program. I am Makchit, your host. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Toodles. Now, still dancing in my head. Anybody when I want to surgery?